Yep, you know what it is. It's your girl DJ Diamond Kuts, and right now you in tune to hip hop since 1987.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. HipHopSince1987.com.
Yes, and my name is Alana Milan. Welcome to my next episode called Talk to Me, featuring Diamond Kuts. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really excited to talk to you. I grew up listening to your sets on the radio, like many people. How have you been doing during this quarantine to stay safe and productive?
Everything has been really going pretty good. It was a little challenging at first because, like everybody says, we got to get used to the new norm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's been really good. It's been challenging to kind of figure out new ways of staying creative, and I felt like it's needed at this time to kind of switch things up, shake it up a little bit. So I've been doing pretty good.
And that just made me think, like, I know you're a mom, so how was that transition, just being inside and having, a big part of your job is being outside? So
well, I'm with my son all the time, so that's really not I'm with him all the time, 24/7, like except for like during the weekends when I have to work like at night, but at those times he sleeps, so it's not really that different for me because I'm always with him. Even when I travel, I take him with me. Mm-hmm. If I gotta go outside of the city or whatever, he's with me. So everything's been the same in terms of that. The only difference is having to do work with him at home, like schoolwork. But he's still in pre-K, so that's not really that hard. Just your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s. Writing and things like that. So it's been pretty easy right now. It's been pretty cool.
Hey, you're from Philly, so what part of Philly are you from?
I was born and raised in West Oak Lane. Yep. And then I always tell people I lived like half my life in Philly and half of it in South Jersey as well, because I did live in South Jersey too. But I was born and raised in West Oak Lane for sure.
And you've been working in the industry for a while now. How long have you been working?
Girl, I done lost count. I don't know. I done lost count. I mean, I've been doing my thing for a while. I really lost count. I gotta really like sit back and think how long I've been DJing, but it's been for a while, and I felt like I've been going through different stages of DJing, so I guess it's easy to kind of lose track of how many years you've been doing it, but it's been a while.
Who inspired you to DJ and work in music in general?
Well, DJs inspired me to DJ, and then of course my dad. But those times I used to read about like Coco Chanel, like female DJs, Coco Chanel, Jazzy Joyce, Beverly Bond, and then we got our town heroes like Cosmic Kev and Jazzy Jeff, and growing up hearing about those two guys, Cosmic and Jeff, it was kind of like, let me give it a shot. Let me try to, figure this thing out. And my dad was into it, and he bought me turntables and kind of took it from there,
Mm-hmm. What did your dad do? Did he do something in music as well?
Yeah, my dad used to rap, like he used to rap in local rapper in the city, and he grew up with all of those guys like Brock, Kev, Jeff. They all kind of came up around that, that Philly hip hop era. Right. And my mom, she lived right across the street from Cosmic Kev growing up. And it was just something that was around me all of the time. So when I was growing up, I would hear all of these stories. So my dad, because my dad was in it, and that's why he was so excited to kind of get me turntables and get me started with it. And
How was your experience coming up as a female DJ, just a female hip hop influencer in general in such a male dominated industry?
You said how was it like my experience? The experience was really good. I've always felt like talent speaks for itself. Like if you you doing your thing and you staying focused and you continue to show off your talents, in a proper way, you always gonna get love. So my experiences has always been good. You have experiences that might not go the way you wanted to go, but it's not bad. I'm still blessed. So I loved every experience that I went through.
And if I'm not mistaken, you were one of the first women here to have a mix show slot on the radio, right?
Yeah.
You might be the first one, right?
Yeah. No, there was no female. There were female female on air personalities, like female jocks. But as far as like actually DJing, having like a mix show, no, it was me. It wasn't anybody before that to have like an actual slot,
And throughout this period of time of you working in the industry, what would you say is one of your most memorable moments?
I got a lot of memorable moments. Touring was a memorable moment. Like, being able to travel the world, that's always good. Obama, DJing for Obama, that was a memorable moment for me. Doing TV, when I was doing TV for like BET, that was a memorable moment. Radio, that was I have like a lot of memorable moments, like, you know what I mean, that kind of defined who and shaped who I am now. So all of those things together kind of, were great memories that I'll never forget.
And what's one of the what's one of your most favorite tours that you've ever done?
Hands down, it was actually I can't say without shading anybody. So I would say okay, I could give you one. My favorite tour, honestly, was with Lil Mama. That was my favorite because that was the first time that me and her went on tour. And we were like learning things together. We was on the Chris Brown tour, and we just had fun. Like, we had fun. And Nicki's tour was fun too because when I was on tour with Nicki, we went everywhere. Like, that was the first time that I was touring and I was going outside of the US. Like, you know what I mean? And then there was other tours that were great too. Like when I toured for Chrisette Michele, I was pregnant when I was touring with Chrisette Michele, and that was cool too. Yeah, that was cool too because it was a calm tour. It was relaxing. It was chill. It was just perfect. So every tour has its perks, but those were, and I went on like other tours by myself, like as a DJ, but as far as like, working with artists, those are like top three. Yeah.
DJing aside, I also know that you do producing as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that. I remember watching a Breakfast Club interview, and you were saying how you basically discovered Lil Uzi, and to me, that kind of like gives me like it just speaks volumes to you to know that you had an ear that heard something that the entire world loves now. So since then, have you worked with other artists? Like, do you want to other artists get their foot in the door?
Yeah, I work with we got a couple artists that we working with now, and I can't like take their credit all by myself because my husband, he does music as well, and we did that together. You know what I mean? But we got another artist that we work, two artists. One girl, her name is Mecca, and another singer, her name is Anna Bree. And we got producers. So yeah, we just been we ain't really like pushed them yet. It's kind of like we still in the working phases of everything. But yeah, I'll never stop, listening and looking out for artists because it's a passion there. I love music, you know what I'm saying? So I will always be looking for artists and ready to work with different artists for sure.
And besides producing and DJing, have you ever made your own music? Like, have you ever recorded?
What do you mean, like making my own track? Well, it's, oh yeah, everybody done played around and rapped a few things, you know what I'm saying? No, I definitely played around and rapped on a few tracks, of course. But one of my passions as far as my own music goes is like producing club music. Like that's one of my bigger passions. So I put out a lot of different club songs and things like that. But yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like being a DJ is a really important profession in music because without you guys, we don't really know much. We don't hear much. So, what is your process in like determining if something is hot enough to like put out there on your platform? You know what I'm saying? Like you have a lot of outlets in the music. So, how do you determine what's hot or not?
Just having that ear and being, you know, one great thing about DJs is that we are in touch with the people. You know what I mean? Like we know what people want to hear. We know, you know, we know if somebody's not going to react to a certain song, you know, in the way you would like them to. So that's one way. Second is, as a DJ, we listen to music all day. We study music. We know what music works and what doesn't work. We know what feels good and what doesn't feel good. So that's how you know. Just because this is our job is to study music and study the reaction of different people. So yeah, so that's how we know. Just because we know music.
And how has your professional experience been as a Black woman?
A
lot. Like I went to college and I like picking brains. Like you've done a lot. You have a crazy resume. You handled yourself well the entire time. Like how has your experience been? Just walking in certain rooms that might not be meant for us, you know? Like
yeah, it's professionally it's been good. I know how to I know how to transform into any type of person, like anytime, you know what I mean? Like not trying to sound fake or nothing like that, but you can put me in the room with anybody and I can adapt and connect with, you know, everybody from all different walks of life. Cause I study as a DJ. You study people, you know what I mean, and you learn and you come across so many different people. So professionally, you can't, your mind can't be stuck in a box. You gotta know how to deal with every type of person. And once once you accomplish that, and once you know that, then you'll be good. So professionally, I've been good. Like when I did things for Dove, you know what I mean. That building is different from, you know what I mean, a building you would go to in the city, full of a whole bunch of rappers and R&B artists or whatever. Or, from Dove to working with NYX Cosmetics. And I just know I'm a people's person. So professionally, it's been easy to get into all of these different ventures because I know how to talk to people and I know how to, hold myself in a respectable manner that they're going to respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I know that you mentioned that you work with your husband. How do you balance that? How do you manage that? I know you guys are into the same thing. So do you guys like work together or, work apart but come together? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We work apart and then come together, kind of like he's in the studio a lot more than I am. So he'll be in the studio creating music and talking with different people and then he'll bring an idea to me and then we'll take it from there. And but other than that, we pretty much, when it comes down to our artists, everything is 50-50. Everything is we talk to each other about everything. If he's thinking of looking at an artist, or if he's thinking about an artist, or if he's or if I see an artist that I like, or I'm thinking about an artist, we all just come together and be like, I don't think that's gonna be a good look, or you know what I mean, or I think we should work with this person or that person. So we kind of just work apart. Sometimes we stay in our lanes. Like I know how to do this, and you know how to do that, and then we'll come together and make it work, for the bigger picture. But yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Okay, and who are some Philly artists that we should have our ears up for? Like, just give me 3, 4. I know it's so many. Like, we got an unsung city, and we're like one of the most talented.
Yeah, it's so many. I can't even give you 3 or 4 artists because it's so many artists. It's so many artists out here, and then you be like, oh yeah, I love it. I love that artist, and then they just have that one song, and then they be going. So I think I haven't seen. I can tell you that I haven't seen an artist that I felt like would have like super duper longevity outside of the artists that we already know about. You know what I'm saying? The city knows about. But yeah, I just got I gotta keep an eye out. I just gotta keep looking. There's some artists that I like though. You know what I mean? That everybody knows. I like Mook. I like Young K. I like I like of course I gotta go with my girl Mecca. I love Mecca. There's a lot of artists in the city that I like. Of course, your usual suspects. Your Simpson Tanners and your Rockies and all of that. But
yeah, I saw you work with Kay Amira. I know Kay Amira. I saw you do that.
Yeah, Kay. I love Kay. Yeah, so it's so many artists that's out here. It's hard to give you 3 or 4, and I don't want nobody to be like, how you gonna forget about such and such? So I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's some good artists out here that I like. Philly got a lot of talent. I'm just waiting for that one artist to keep coming with the bangers back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? So, but we do got a lot of talent out here for sure.
And what should artists do to get a buzz in the city? Like, we have a hard crowd. So
artists, to me, all the artists need to do is just stay consistent. I think consistency is the one thing that a lot of artists in the city are lacking, and not get caught up in the hype. You know what I mean? Stay grounded, stay level-minded, and be consistent with your music and your craft. You know what I mean? And we are a hard city, and there's going to be a lot of people that say things that you're not going to like, and there's going to be people that, that you don't want to deal with. You know what I mean? But you just have to, like I said, stay grounded, stay in your place, and keep dropping music and block everything else out.
And I mean, I agree. Stay consistent, even while we're locked inside. And while we're locked inside, like before all of this happened, what were you planning on? What were you working on before we had to to our home?
I had one big project one big thing I was working on that is still happening even during this quarantine. So thank God for that. But I'm not. I guess one thing that I pride myself in, I don't stay in a box. Like, there's a lot of DJs out here that were like, oh, I was gonna be DJing at this club every Saturday or every Friday. I don't think like that. I don't. That's not my goal. My goal is not to be in a club every single weekend. My goal is long-term longevity. So the things that I was thinking of, those businesses are still running. You know what I'm saying? So, so the things that I'm doing was planning on in 2019 are happening right now. They're pretty much. Yeah.
And where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years.
You already been around for long. It's not like
I know. I don't know. I don't know where I see myself. Every year something different happens to me, and every year I'm like, oh, I want to do that now. You know what I mean? I don't know where I see myself in 10 years. I'm just happy to still be moving around right now because, it's been I've been doing my thing for a while, and to still to still be doing doing well and doing good for myself is a blessing. I have no idea where I see myself in 10 years, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where I was like, oh my God, 10 years ago I said I would be doing this and now I'm doing that. No. So we'll see what happens. Every year, my mind is like, how they say women's minds are like 100 tabs open at the same time. That's how my mind is. So I'll wake to today. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this week, and I'll wake up and be like, I'm not doing that. That's not a good idea. So I have no idea, but I hope I'll be in a good space mentally, and I just hope that everybody around me is still living and healthy, and that's all I could pray for 10 years from now.
And can we expect any like new music or collaborations in the near future?
Yeah, definitely more music, more production, definitely more production in the years to come for sure.
Okay, good. And where can we find you at?
Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, the radio, everywhere. I'm everywhere.
What's your ad name?
DJ Diamond Kuts. Kuts. Yeah.
No Z.
No Z and no C. Kuts.
No C. Kuts. Yeah. All right, shout out HipHop since 1987. Follow us too as well. Follow me at Alana Milan, and thank you for talking to me.
Thank you for having me call in. Yeah, thank you. Have a good one. Be safe out here, all right?
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.